What's up? It's your boy Karceno, and let's get into it. Answer all y'all questions, man. Let's get all these Drake questions out the way right away, because it's a hot topic. All y'all losing y'all minds, so I don't really want it to go dominate all the questions that we've been getting, but the majority of the questions have been all this Drake, Joe Budden's crap. I even had to address one of y'all on the live Facebook. They did a live stream Facebook. I said, well, let me address this man right now. So I went there. He saw it was me and like, oh my God, karceno is on my page. Then you wanted to make it about Joe Budden and Drake. I said, okay, well, let's do it. Then ye had the nerve to say that Game is a better rapper than Lloyd Banks, which was immediate loss of credentials. Then he says, well, Lloyd Banks is my boy too. You know, Lloyd got bars, but Game make better songs, man. At the end of the day, man, that's what it's about. So he realized he just made a big mistake, because that same argument, I'm like, okay, now take that, put that with Drake versus Joe Budden. Who you think made it? Well, in my opinion, Joe Budden make the better songs. I know I contradicted myself because he got caught up. And see, that's what happened. I catch people up with their ridiculousness. All the man got to say is, I just don't like Drake. I'm tired of everybody bumping Drake. And I'm glad somebody said something about Drake, because I don't like Drake. And that's all they all got to say. Just say you don't like Drake, because he wins. That's all you got to say. We get it. You don't like Drake. His music gonna be in your ear every day. The same thing happened to Jay-Z, ladies and gentlemen. People were tired of Jay-Z. And what Nas did was something that Budden should have done. He did the same thing Jay-Z did. Jay-Z made about 50,000 responses to Ether because he was caught off guard and off his square. Nas came out, Ether wasn't the first response. What it was the fact that Jay said one line and Nas made a whole freestyle about it called Stillmatic. And once the Stillmatic was philosophical, dope, accurate, on point, it didn't resonate with the public. And then here come the takeover verse. Basically taking apart and dissecting the Stillmatic freestyle. Even though Jay or Nas was supposedly responding back to the takeover. But he should have waited. And he realized the mistake he made. So he didn't put out another response. He waited and waited and tried to act like he wasn't going to make the record at all. And then went and made Ether. And what he did was dumb the lyrics down, made it very simple so that people could follow, even his fans, the stupid. And when the stupid started going, oh, this is dope, Nas already had his crowd. Now you got the stupid people rotating away from Jay-Z and going over to Nas now. Man, he finished Jay. And once that happened, Jay went into panic mode, thought he had an ace in the hole, played it, and realized that wasn't the ace of spades. Wait a minute. Then he can't start coming out with other disses that just was missing. And he finally got it around Blueprint 2, the intro, but by then it's too late. It's over. And this happened because Jay-Z was everywhere. He was out every summer, every winter. He's on somebody's remix. He's on somebody's song. He coming with another album. Boom. They on the soundtracks. Boom. J. And then people like, man, dog, this dude everywhere, every year. So they was tired of Jay. It was for somebody else to stand up to him and take him down. Everybody just jumped on board. Same thing here. People tired of Drake winning. They know Meek just mentally can't get it done. So they was like, man, this dude sucked. I can't even root for him. And I don't like Drake. I need somebody that can rap. And here come this loser, Joe Budden. A guy who was never really won a battle. He keep getting beat up, out-rhymed, and still coming over. Go to the freestyle battle, steal people bars from there, twist them up, and y'all, man, Joe Budden, man. Joe did make a lot of people bars better because he can actually rap. His thing is, it's deeper than rap with him. He's a lame. He's a lame dude. This whole thing is about a woman, man. Drake had this woman back in 2011, back when Joe was with her, or liking her at the time. And they was finna break up. Like right after the breakup, or they was whatever. Drake, you talking about having her in the swimming pool. Drake had her in the Dominican Republic swimming with dolphins. Took your girl to SeaWorld, man. Took her to SeaWorld. And you on TV crying about, man, I am on drugs, man. I can't focus. Crying to your mama on TV, you talking about drugs. Then you proposed to this woman like 2 years ago. This is 3 years after Drake didn't hit and everything. He gonna propose to the woman on national television and get played and rejected right in the middle of Times Square. You a loser. That only happened to losers. Y'all support this guy. All this dude is a drug addict who beats women. And y'all think he's cool. Man, get out of here. Cannot do that. This fool is when you marry. Love is trust, and I don't trust you. I remember the broad I was with at the time was playing that. I'm like, what is this? That Joe Budden? What is he doing on here? Oh, he can't get a check nowhere else? Alright. I get it. Oh, man. It's just a born loser. These guys are losers. That's why they won't ever win. Because some people just, you ever heard the phrase, winners win, losers lose? And you be like, man, how this person, they born to lose. Joe Budden's a loser. When I heard the verse, I don't need a scale to kilogram, everybody, ooh, I'm like, wait a minute, I heard something like that before. He just took the verse from the freestyle battle. I forgot who it was. The two dudes was battling. I'm quite sure he saw it. And the guy was singing like Drake in the battle while he was rhyming. And the dude was like, oh, you singing to me in the battle? You must have sniffed the RB Graham. And that was the dopest thing. People think, oh, that was dope. Then you just switched it. So the creative idea didn't come from you. You just switching people bars. I don't have time to go listen to your whack rhymes and go over to somewhere else and try to find out who you did decipher it from. But I know I've heard it somewhere before. I mean, you could pull the wool over the eyes of the masses if you want to, because they're stupid. They just want to root against Drake, so they gonna root for anything you say. But I get it. But I already know you lost from the hook, and that song was done before you even made any of these 3 songs. My thing is, you sitting over there harboring hate towards Drake when the Views album was out. I mean, it's okay to give an honest opinion on it, but you were overly critical to where it was personal. And he been tapped your girl. He asked you, like, dude, you gonna have a problem with me, with doing this? Because I'm finna take her, I'm finna blow her back out. She's down. If you gonna have a problem with this, let me know. He asked you for permission, and you, nah, man, no, man, I don't care about that. I took the wine out of Amy house. Then you sitting over there with the dog and the loser chick on the cheap padded black sofa, sitting there wondering where your life has went. Feeling a lot of heat coming off that couch, cuz. Winners win, losers lose, man. That's all this is about. He's a loser. And y'all want to follow losers? Go ahead. Y'all think this loser is winning? Go right on ahead. Follow him. Follow him up a cliff. I don't care. I'm just trying to educate y'all. If y'all don't want to be educated, then fine. Somebody calling me, and they know I'm sitting here waiting for power to kick off. Why would somebody be calling me now? Okay. Alright, that's over with. Now, somebody talking about Family Feud. But anyway, let's get back to this loser so we can get all this done. This loser went and made 3 secret songs about Drake at one time. Well, in the same week, he went and made 3 songs. Now, my thing is this. Now that that's said and done, you know the type of loser you're dealing with. I mean, it's the same guy who Ray had to, punch in the face. The Wu-Tang had to come over and whoop him up. Ransom about to whoop him up, about to get blasted on the block. He had to run out of Jersey. Look, y'all want to follow losers, go on right ahead. But at least y'all know what it's about. It's about being a real dude. I can't support people who ain't real. You understand what I'm saying? When you're not real, I can't get down with that. I only support real people. If you're a real scumbag, I don't care if you can rap. I can't support weakness. I'm like, dude, that's weak. You getting mad over a dude because of a broad like that? Like when Common went after Drake over Serena. I felt Common's pain. I mean, shoot, that's Serena Williams. But ultimately, we knew Common was wrong. He was trying to make drama with Drake when it wasn't none. She just chose up. And Common was bitter about that. We get it. We get it. Joe caught feelings over this chick. He gets mad, tried to beat the woman, make her stay. She didn't want to stay. She saw a bigger boat. She used you, G. Is it this glass stick you've been sucking on? Huh? Now I see how you let them on against the tree. She used you. How you gonna let something as who Drake land the pipe to mess with you? You bigger than that. Oh man. It's sad. He became the man that you almost was. That bar right there just says it all. I became the man that you almost was. Joe Budden's gonna cry in the car, y'all. He went to the studio for the right night. What do you mean, man? I'm still hot. They be like, yeah, I know, man, but you know about that bill, man. I'll pay that, man. Don't worry about that. Man, who this dude think he is? I took the wine out of Amy's house. Oh, man. Alright, so are we done with this finally? Can we please put Joe Buttons and all that crap to rest? Because I'm really not interested in continuing to do this. This is done. I mean, we talked about this loser for long enough. Now, let's go to the other questions I've been getting. Karceno, why don't you put out some of your music? And who are some of the people you wrote for? Good question. I remember telling you guys a long time ago that I wrote raps for people, which I have. And one of those reasons is not to mention who I've written raps for. It's not important. What's important is I got paid for it. I didn't say they became Grammy Platinum award-winning rap artists. I mean, I've written songs for people that they didn't even use. They used maybe a couple of lines out of the song, and then some tried to, I'm going to just flip it and make my own style with it. I'm like, you know, do what you want to do. And they made it to YouTube fame where they got a lot of hits. They made music videos and stuff. But, hey, that's on them. And I already told you, I don't like my voice when I rap. I'll play it back and be like, I cannot stand what I sound like. Everybody else be like, but the rap is dope. I'll be, yeah, but I don't like the way I sound. So, forget that. I don't want to do it. So, that's why there's no rap career for me. And me, I was majority of a thinker and a diss head. Like, I could write a diss record in 10 minutes and destroy somebody. That was never my problem. Now, you look at the other scale of the matter. You look at concept. I'm very good with concept. So, a concept rhyme I could make. And let me see. That's really about it. Let's cut simple and dry. Let me get to the rest of these questions. Karceno, I love to hear the stories, man. I wish you did more of them. But why come in your videos you always running? Every last one of them you running. Why don't you stand and fight in some of them on your hood stories? I told you I've had maybe 3 fights in my entire life. And that's because they was at the point where it was unavoidable. It's like some did all you could here, champ. Now it's time to just, gotta let the hands fly. Unfortunate, but they put themselves in this box. So, it is what it is. But the hood stories, though, that's just what it is. It's just telling you what happened. They were funny stories, and they true, 100% true and authentic. So, only thing is some of the names and some of the stories are changed to protect those people. They might be embarrassed by those stories. Not everybody feels the way I feel about it because it wasn't me. And then the other people, I didn't care if they felt whatever way. So, the names are in it. Gosh, every question is about Joe Budden. What's your beef with Charlemagne? You got a lot of heat for Charlemagne, and this dude don't even mention you. Why are you dissing somebody you don't even know? Charlemagne has never stated that he was a big time drug dealer. If you weren't a big time drug dealer, then my point is what you missing is I know he wasn't a big time drug dealer. I say that in there, like, dude, you keep talking like it because you keep bragging on the fact that you sold drugs. Then the way you tell them, I used to sell drugs, well, I gotta say, drugs ain't for everybody. Kids don't do it. But, I used to sell drugs, I had a gun put on me, and I realized that wasn't the life I wanted to live. He's trying to give himself street cred, like he was a street guy, and he was out there doing something because he was selling a bag of weed. Somebody gave him some weed to sell. It's like, look, dude, you're not a drug dealer. Just cut it. Don't even tell the story. This is what I'm talking about. He was all into radio and broadcast. He was a little fat dude with no friends. So it's like, stop lying to the people. You went into broadcasting. There's nothing wrong with that. Talk about how you decided to go into the world of broadcasting. Do that. Talk about some of the books you read and how you focus on you being smart or trying to be smart or going to school, for this broadcasting and trying to make radio. And you was working at a small town station down in South Carolina and dreams of trying to make it big, and meeting the rappers and kissing all their butts. You was all into that. That was your life back then. Talk about that. That's what that means. Am I trying to cut a record deal? No. I am not trying to cut a record deal. Shorty doo-wap. Maybe he meant doo-wop. I don't know. No, I'm not trying to cut a record deal. Oh, gosh. I'm going to start calling Drake Duck Dynasty. These are all the MCs he ducked. Murder, Moog, Puffy, Ludacris, Pusha T, and Kendrick. Oh, gosh. Like I said, if you got a problem with Drake, you have a problem with winners. You're a loser, and you probably associate more with a loser. So, congratulations. You don't like winners. Everybody you named on that list besides Kendrick is a loser. Luda is definitely not in the rap game right now. He came back and his album was like a real brick. Everybody just want to see him up there with the Fast and Furious. So that's where he wants to be. He's making his money doing that. So I ain't mad at him. Get your money. Everybody got all these questions about Drake and I'm trying to scroll through all this stuff and get to some other questions because I think I've covered everything we need to cover on that subject. What's your problem with LeBron James? Because I think you've been cloned. Because this ain't you, man. Now you hating on LeBron? Oh my gosh, dude, I do not hate LeBron James. How many videos have I done? I did not break the story about Delonte West sleeping with LeBron James' mom. Everybody knows it. It's old news. It's public record. I make a video about it, and all of a sudden, I'm the one hating on LeBron James. It's everywhere. You can go to... It's been out for years. For years. This is before he went to Miami. He was in Miami for 4 years. So, what does that tell you? This is about 5-6 years ago. And it's been reported 5-6 years ago. But when I make the video, I'm hating. Okay, I get it. But anyway, I'm finna cut this short because y'all got way too many questions about all of this Drake and Meek Mill stuff. I guess that's all y'all want. I mean, Meek Mill, Joe Budden. And it's time for power. I'm out.